So hello there, welcome to the final build video of the fire department in New York. This is going to be a very special moment for me. This is not the first part work that I finished. I have completed the Terminator, which sometimes you can see behind me depending on the camera angle, but it will be the first one that I finished on YouTube. I've had very mixed luck with part works. The Ecto one I was doing on camera, then I stopped doing it on camera. I had an issue and I built a lot of it, and then that stopped. That's just started again. I've just got the new pack. Well, at the time of filming, I've just got the next pack. So that I'm going to continue that one off. The Terminator I have finished. The Fiat 126. I'm missing one pack 23 out of 24. I'm so upset about it because I paid for the packs in advance, and I've been waiting about 2 years for that, so I've given up on that one. The Spitfire I haven't finished. I have got all of the issues. I've been put off with work and things, but yeah, that'll get finished, but that's now become an off-camera build. The Route Master, I have not built any of it off camera. I've done all of it apart from issue 1 live on camera, live shows. I would like to do live shows again, but the way so I'm going to have to adjust that camera. The way that my work schedule goes, it's very hard to get a regular time for lives. What else is there? I'm currently doing the Infinity Gauntlet, I'm doing the Warhammer, and I'm doing the Eddie Stobart. Obviously they're not finished yet, so I can't finish them until they're finished. But yeah, this is going to be the first build that I finished on camera. Now I have got two very special pieces of equipment. I have got my cup of coffee, and I bought this mug for the FDNY. I absolutely love it. It's if I can find it. Now, as you may know, the Dalmatian is the like the mascot of the New York Fire. Well, I think American Fire. Now, this is a Dalmatian sitting, waiting patiently for the guys to come back from their latest shout, and I absolutely love it. And when I first bought it, I was a bit disappointed it wasn't a colourful one. It's all in black and white, but do you know, I think black and white adds to the mood. I'm going to bring that in as close as I can. If you see his sad face, he's all alone. He's waiting for them to come back, hoping that they all come back. And all he wants is just a little pat on the head when they get back. One other thing I've never finished a build on stream, so I don't know if I got my toilet paper, because I might start to cry. Anyway, I don't know how long this is going to take, so we better get on with it. So this is issue, so I've still got the camera set up from the last, God, can you see that I've done it already? So issue 77, we're going to begin with, we're going to have 4 videos, the last 2 and the next, and these 2 are going to go pretty much the same way. We have a ladder here, same as before, and we have got a waterway, and if you watch the last video, which I suspect you have, you'll know exactly what we're doing on this issue, and we know what the result is gonna be as well. So what we need to do now, I have fiddled around with the ladder a little bit to try and get it into the position that I thought I would need. Where's my little tool? Here's my tool. Get that ladder. I think it might be easy just to flatten that ladder down. Can you see that, guys? Not quite. Right, so we need to get this ladder, we need to get the screw holes. That's the top of the ladder, and that is going to slide in there like so. And now you can clearly see we've got 3 ladders there. I'm looking forward to trying this one out, and it's just going to get better and better. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this up until the screw holes line up with this bracket there. You can't see it. This is just too big, guys. I really need to think about my cameras. Right, so little bit of jiggery pokery going on. Get those screw holes lined up, and we are going to need 2 more B-type screws. So I started 2 or 3 issues ago thinking, oh, there's a lot of screws there. Now I am genuinely starting to think, is there going to be enough? So we get our B-type screw, and I'm just going to pop this one in. If it is lined up properly, that is. I'm just going to pop that in just enough to bite, because I want to fiddle with the other side as well. And just like last video, I'm actually going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to do this from behind. It does make it harder, but it means I don't have to. Do you know what? Let's do it properly, shall we? Let's lift this fire truck up, and let's turn it around, and then we can actually work on it from the other side. Unfortunately, I can't get my camera to reach around properly. There we go. No, that's not it. The ladder slipped up a little bit, slipped upwards. So let's just take a little bit of time and trouble and make sure that's lined up properly. On this particular ladder, I didn't notice on the others, there's like a little indent in the ladder, which is just going to help it line up with that. I didn't notice it on the last one. I don't know if there is one. There we go. I think that's lined up properly. Only ever one way to find out, isn't there? There we go. That screw's gone in. So we're supporting this ladder because it is quite a thin plastic. And then I'm going to turn this back. I'm going to turn it this way actually, because that ladder, the end of the ladder is knocking against things. Right, guys, move the camera again, and let's just tighten that B-type screw up again that we've left there. Remember to support it from underneath, because it's going to push the ladder downwards. And that is in place. Lovely. So that ladder's in. So I've got to do it, haven't I? So there's the second ladder sliding nicely. Again, because of the stiffness, it's really, really hard. But that's going, look at that. That's beautiful. And we know there's another ladder to come. Right, so let's pull this out a little bit, because we know we've got more work to do on it. So that's in place. So the waterway, just like before, and this is a tube. It has to be a tube, doesn't it? Because things are going to slide in. So where are we, guys? So there's the end of the last one. This is going to slide in like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. And then the tab on the end there is going to fix into that hole. And get this pulled out as much as you can. The further you pull this out, the more flex you've got on this. It's going to make it a bit easier to go into there. And that's gone in. That's not quite as tight in as the other one, but it is, look, it is in nice and tight. And that is that section done. So now we move on to stage 78, aerial fly section ladder and waterway, and adding the final details. This is going to be the very last issue, guys. So let's pull this out a little bit, and then issue 78. So let's see, I don't want to cut this. I don't want to damage the parts as I cut them out. Let's do it this way. There we go. Let's pull that one out. And of course I've got 4 little handy bags for storing anything I want in them, which is a bit of a bonus. There we go. That was I didn't realise that bag was stapled in. When they manufacture these, see it stapled that bag. It's not a problem. As long as the parts aren't damaged, then everything else is good. but I have damaged the bag getting it out. Right, so predictably we've got two parts. We've got a fly section ladder. Let me move the camera across because I'm a bit over. Fly section ladder, we've got one set of screw holes, none on the bottom, and we've got the waterway, and this is not a pipe, this is a rod. So as before, there's the top. So we're going to pop this into the last part there, which slides in and out there. Lovely, beautiful, look at that. And then we're going to slide this up, and we're going to line this up with the screw holes, which you cannot see. There we go, guys. So I'll try and show you this. There's the screw hole, and we're not going to get to that one. We're not going to get to that because this is in the way. I'll try my best. I always try my best. But two more B screws. Let me just double check. Yes, B type screw, which is the countersunk screws, and let's see how easy this goes in. Right, I'm going to have to use oops, that's not even a Phillips head screwdriver. Right, this is, I've got to put this in at a slight angle, guys. I have no choice. I can't get to it because of this, and I can't take this off because it's fixed to the inside of this. So design flaw, don't know. I won't say design flaw. So I'm going to turn it round because we've established in the last stage that's the easiest way to do it. Working blind is okay, but it is harder. So see how well I can turn my camera. So the other screw hole is there. This is getting very long, guys. There we go, let's just move it in a bit just to help. Now this one's easy, there's absolutely nothing obstructing. So remember, as we screw this one in, we need to support the top of the ladder because it's going to try and pull it upwards. We don't want that ladder to snap, especially as this is the final issue. Lovely, that's in fine. So turn it round again, and I'm just going to finish this screw off. And remember, try and support the ladder from underneath because it's going to push the ladder down and you can't see a thing of what I'm doing. There we go, that's in fine. Right, so these are the ladders complete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very, very nice. Really, really liking that. Right, but this part isn't complete. So let's extend this. Oh, oops, that wasn't the way to do it, was it? So try not to pull it too hard, guys, because you can see what happens. You right there, Shadow, mate? There we go. Right, it's fully extended. No, get down from there. That's not a cat scratching post. No! Don't make me use the airbrush. Good boy. Sorry, cat was up on the table. I've got these support beams on the table and he was using them as a cat scratching post, which is what they do, isn't it? Right, so next is the last waterway. So this is going to go into that hole there, like that. Push that down, and then we've got another locating tab there, exactly the same as the last three. We're going to lift that up and we're going to push that into there like so, and let's see how well that moves. It's stiff because of the square bit, but it works fine. Now that's it is really, really stiff, but it works. Right, so that is that bit done. Can you get down, please, mister? Right, so now we have got to put some pipes in. fit a pipe from stage 62. So we're looking for a pipe that looks like that. I love emptying this box. All these little parts we've had. Right, so what we are going to do is, I can't see where this is going to go. Right, so I'm going to have to show you guys. Let me push the ladder down. Right, so we have the end of the waterway there, which is hard to see, and then we have a hole there, and that is where these are going to go. So you've got a hole there and a peg there, so we need to get the peg in. It looks like the peg goes in first, and then we can just pop this on to the end like that, and now we can see, possibly this has fallen out again. Right, so this, the water obviously comes up this pipe into there, somehow goes through there, and then there we go. So we've got, let me show you here if that will work. Right, so we've got the pipe comes down there into there, bad focus, but we've got a pipe under there, and then it comes out there, and it will go up through the floor into that, and that is our pipe work. So fixing camera, because camera's decided to fall apart. Lovely. Right, so let's fix this this hosey bit on again. I still say that that's not right, but it can't go any other way. It's got a peg with a small hole on it, a shaped hole. Do you know what? I've just had an idea. If I take this off and then push that on, again, this has got us. I wonder if I might be able to get that on. No, I can't. There you go, that's gone in even firmer now. So I wonder if I just didn't have it in right. Right, so there we go. So we've got our hose on the back there. We've got the pipe works all connected up. Lovely. Right. So next is you'll now complete ladder 9 by adding the final details supplied in various packs. So the next thing that we need are some spotlights, and we've got 2 bags with spotlights in. Wonderful. And so they have thought about these small parts breaking off, but I don't think they thought about it well enough. So here we've got these spotlights. They're going to go in, one in there. Lovely. And we have another one going in on the opposite side. Let's lift the ladder up so we've got more room to work with. And these are shaped right. That's the spotlights in. One there and one there. Lovely. So next we have floodlights from stage 20, which we want to fix into the small hole. So 2 spotlights. They've actually come in a bag. One's come in a bag with a windscreen wiper, and one's come in a bag with a windscreen wiper, and that looks like a wing mirror. So we will go with that. Now these are going, there we go. Right, these are going on the back of the cab. So I'll move the ladder down. So on the back of the cab there, you can see a hole, and one on the opposite side. That's where the floodlights are going to go. So let's get this one out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get those out of the bag. I'll get the floodlight out of this bag. and then I'll pop the windscreen wiper in this bag with that, and then I'm going to put that back in the box so I don't lose it. So floodlights, let's see if I can get those both on there. Right, so this is not a shaped hole. This isn't as easy to fit as I thought. I might have to move the ladder around. Don't know if that really helped much. Also, these pegs look a different shape. Right, get that out of the way. That's gone in. Oh yeah, that's a snap waiting to happen. Let me see if I can move the camera better. So there's the first spotlight. So I think I'll turn this around to get the other one in. And I've just knocked the camera, I do apologise. So, sorry for keep moving the camera. As you can appreciate, I need the working space. Right, so that should just fit into there, like the other one did. Let's open the door. Please don't break. I'm pushing a triangle in, which is making it harder. Let's see if I can use pliers. Try and get around it. Get either side of it and then push in with the pliers. Oh, that's actually alright. It's a little bit loose if you touch it, but we're not in this to touch all the pieces, are we? Right, so next up is the two pieces that I've just put in the bag, the windscreen wipers. So let's push the ladder down, get that out of the way, lock that into place. So we need to move it now so that the front is facing us. So I am trying to get good camera angles for you guys, but I'm also trying to make sure that I can make this. There's no point you having superb angles if I can't build. Right, so the windscreen, the wing mirror's gone back in the box. I know I'll probably use it in a minute. So I think I'll do this side first and work my way across. But that should just be a push fit connection. That's a shaped push fit connection. Ooh, nearly dropped the windscreen wiper there. Right, there we go. That's one in place. Lovely. So can you see that there, guys? And the second one. Lovely. Beautiful. So there's my windscreen wipers. These are just tiny little details that if you don't put them in, you'll go, something's wrong, but I don't know what it is. Right, so next step we have a mirror. Now this is not a driver's mirror because the driver sits on this side. Remember, if you're in the UK, these are driving on the wrong side of the road. Although, as my dad used to say, my dad in America, he says, in America we drive on the right side of the road. In England, you drive on the wrong side of the road. Right, so there are two small holes there. And we're going to pop this mirror in. And this mirror is going to be fiddly. I know it. I know it's going to be fiddly. No, it's actually okay. So that, I guess, is for the commander to see. But that's in there. And then next up we have a little spotlight. So let me find this spotlight if I can, because bags with small tiny details in it. Here we go. Now, stroke of luck, guys. No, no stroke of luck. I have a broken spotlight. No. Yes. But that's another one. That's not the same shape. I think that broke off the other week. Right, so spotlight. This is going there in that corner. I can see more holes. And that's going to go in like so. Is there going to be one on the other side? No, there's not one on the other side, but there is the spotlight. And that's very loose. I'm not happy with that. So, to make me happy, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue in. So, I don't like gluing these push fits, especially if they were to snap off. They're difficult to glue in, but that was moving around too much for me. So there we go, guys, that spotlight is in place. Right, so next up we have a front bumper mirror. These are quite interesting because it enables you to see into your front blind spot. Obviously you can't see here because you're so high up. And the way around that, you see these on the back of camper vans a lot, and MPVs. You have this. And this is a little mirror that's going to enable the driver to look down. Now we've got two holes there at the front which you can't see, and we've got one there. And what's going to happen is this is going to push into there like so. And I would imagine with this 3-point contact, it's probably going to hold in quite well. Even if they're not in the holes properly, it will probably hold okay. But I'm struggling getting the hole in the roof. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. So now we have this little mirror that hangs over the front, so the driver can see. You know, there might be a small child playing there. Right, so next up are the wing mirrors. And we're getting through these a little bit quicker than I thought I would. Now, these wing mirrors are different. And in the magazine it says the driver has an extra mirror. Right. Now that's, I call that a blind spot mirror. It's adjusted slightly differently so that your normal mirror you can see that way as is normal, but with the blind spot it enables you to see there as well. So as I'm on this side of the truck, I'm going to put this ordinary mirror in first, and there's two holes on the doors, one there, and I don't know if that's going to go in nice. That might need a touch of glue. The bottom's gone in lovely, but the top hasn't. What to do about that, I wonder. It's definitely easier. Ah, I see what's happened. Little bit of paint block. Ah, push that in. That's gone in fine. That's in nice and tight. Right, so maneuver this around. One of the panels just came off there. And then we can do the second mirror. And I did find that last one a lot easier to do by opening the door first. But obviously watch that mirror, window winder. There you go, beautiful. And that is pointing the wrong way because it's upside down. That was daft of me, wasn't it? Yep, so there's my two wing mirrors are in place now. So just those wing mirrors makes it look pretty smart. Again, that's one of those items that if it wasn't there you may not notice it, but you'll go, There's something wrong with that. I just can't think what it is. Right, so what's next? Right. The hose from pack 1 is stored in the rear compartment on the left side. Rear compartment on the left side, which I think is going to be this one there. So only one way to find out. Right, so there's already a component on the top shelf. Oh, the whole lot's just come out. I seem to recall I didn't glue that back in because as long as they don't come open, that holds the doors in. Right, so the hose reel, let's get this out and let's get this out as well, because I know I can see from the way the instructions are written I'm going to need it. Now, do you know, I can still remember doing this. This was done in issue 1. Now, how do we stop that from unravelling? Do you think it's possible? I'm not sure. So I'm going to pop that in there like that, and that's not going to happen, guys. That hose reel is a little bit too big for those doors. That. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to re-roll that. It's a good job I didn't glue it down, wasn't it? And I'm going to roll it a little bit longer. So instead of being a circle, it's going to be more of an oval. And I think that'll take a bit of width out. And then we might be able to pop that in. So like that, guys. Don't know if that's going to work. Possibly not. That's worked. Right, so the rope from stage 30 is stored in the rear compartment on the right side. So, on the right side, I don't know if you saw that, guys. I do apologise if you didn't. So, there should be an axe or something. I forget what they called them. Right, there we go. There's a little space there. So this is the rope from stage 30. Because it's scaled, it's actually a piece of string. But so let's see if we can get that a bit flat. It's actually quite rope-like. It's quite tough cotton. But that can go in the bottom there like so. Oh, so next we need to deal with the back. Now we have a rear compartment. This is so hard to see, guys. I'm sorry. Let's lift the ladder up. So we have a rear compartment here, which I cannot open. There we go. Oh, why is that stuck down? That shouldn't be stuck, guys, should it? That should be free to open. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I'm an idiot. So you've got some framework around it. I was trying to pull that framework there. I was trying to pull it like that. That's why it wouldn't open. Right, so now we have 4 ladders. Now, I don't know if there's a system to how these ladders are stored, but basically it says the 4 ladders from pack 8 are stored in the main body, accessed via the doors at the rear of the fire truck. Store the ladders at a slight angle so they fit comfortably. Now, I don't know if they, like I said, I don't know if there's a way to do these, but oh, I think these might slide in place. Right, so these two are exactly the same width, and these are one slightly smaller. So I'm going to pop those 2 into there like that. Now they're not going to come out now without tweezers, and they can go all the way in. And then these 2 I'm just going to put together like this. That will fit inside, but that ladder can go in there like that, and it may not be right. I mean, I don't know if they store it a certain way, because they need to know the length of those ladders. So I suspect they put the smallest one and the largest ones in specific places. So they don't want to pull it out and then go, oh, it's too small. But I'm not going to worry too much. And that is it complete. Which means that I've got some work to do, because I've got spare pieces. So I have this, which I believe is something to do with exhaust. I have these tail markers, which I believe came off, and I just got so fed up putting them back on. We have a spotlight which broke off, which I've got to put back on again, and that's all the pieces, guys. So let's do the easy bit. So where's that come from? Number 9 on it, so it's going to be visible. So I'm looking for something silvery with a number 9 on it. I cannot see anything. Do you think maybe they've given us this Oh, of course. Yes, I think this comes off one of the side bits. Yes. Right. Possibly. No. I don't know where this goes. I do not know where this goes. All this. But let's do the bits I do know. So underneath should be, I don't know how I'm going to do this. There should be some kind of exhaust. I can almost remember saying, yes, I'm not going to do that now, because there's going to be too many opportunities to get broken. So I need some kind of stand, and I think I've just found it. I have this piece of polystyrene box. Let me lift the camera up, that might make life easier. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this polystyrene packaging on the table, and if there's any sticky out bits, we can try and put that in the middle. And I'm going to try and flip this upside down. So I'm going to pick it up by safe bits, flip it. Yeah, I knew that ladder would come down. Right, so underneath here somewhere, there should be, there we go. Is that it? Or is that a spare part? That looks the same, doesn't it? And then we've got this bracket. Oh, could that be anything to do with the water hose on the end? I don't know, guys. I really don't. Right, okay, well, that go across there somewhere? I don't know. That looks like it's going to go there, though. Ah, that is. It's spare parts. It's spare parts, because this looks exactly the same shape as this, and this looks exactly the same as that. So this could have come from issue, because I had a, did I have a duplicate issue? I'm pretty sure I did. So this bracket, where's that come from? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it, guys. Right, so that's that one taken care of. Now, we have this. which is obviously a cover or a panel or something. So I'm either looking for one on the side. See, I wondered if it came from there. What's that? Basically, it's got 2 tabs in it, so it should go over. Should be 2 holes somewhere. Something's just fallen out of that. Yeah, the fire hose has just fallen out of the cupboard. And that's opened. Oh, is it fall out of there? No, nothing's going to fall out of there because it's fixed. I'm going to put that hose back in later on. Right, so yeah, as I say, I've got these 2 little bits. I wonder if they're spare parts. I wonder if I got a duplicate for something. And these are just excess. Right, I can't see anything. Definitely nothing logical. If it goes over the little stand, which it couldn't do, then I don't know, I can't find any slots anywhere for it to go. Right, okay, listen, that's it. I'm going to call it finished there. Because, I see. Right, I found where this goes. So on the top of the ladder there, I've got one on one side, and this goes on the other. So I think it's going to go about there. No, that can't be right. Unless again it's a duplicate part. So I'm going to call that a duplicate. So all I've got to do now is figure out where this one comes from, and again this must be a duplicate. Oh, no, I can't see anything that looks remotely like it, and I can't see 2 stray holes, so nothing on the back. So that's it. Right, guys, I am going to call this finished, and I'm going to be doing a special video which will come out next week, and I will go through all of it. I will look at absolutely everything in small detail, and we'll pop some batteries in. We'll have a play with the noises. I can't even remember how to turn it on anymore, so I'm going to have to go through all the magazines to figure it all out. But yeah, I am very, very happy with that. So I'm going to end the video there, guys. I haven't used much toilet paper. I haven't used any actually. But yeah, so let's go front camera. So there we go. Can't see it, it's too low down. So my thoughts on this build. I've had lots of frustrating moments with it. Very frustrating moments. Sometimes I've questioned the build order. I felt that they put too many fiddly parts in too early, and you can't help but catch them. Anyone who watches my videos knows that I do try to be very, very careful with my builds, and yet I've caught so many bits. And I know builders out there that are a little bit, how do we put it politely, slightly clumsier than me, and they must be wrecking it, because I've damaged bits which won't notice. What I find quite interesting is I have a little lens cover that's come off, and I still can't find where that goes, where that comes from. We have a spinny bit here that I can't. Oh, this will be the motor for the actual. Sorry, what I was trying to figure out was this bit there. It's got a spinny bit on it, and it's of course it's the motor to extend the ladder out. So yeah, it has been frustrating at times. The finished product is better than I expected it to be, which is obviously a result, and I'm very, very happy with it. Some of the engineering is nothing short of clever. It's been really, really good. You may disagree. I like the engineering of this ladder. I don't know why I'm moving that camera when I'm looking in this one. The engineering of the ladder is simple, but it works. It works really well. So what do you think, matey? What do you think? Do you think that's really, really good? Brilliant, isn't it? So yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. I think there's only one way to rate a model, and that is, do you have any regrets for buying it? And my answer to that is a simple no. No regrets whatsoever. Would I have done things differently? Quite possibly. Mainly the fiddly bits. I wouldn't have where it says put this small fiddly bit on, I wouldn't have put that on, and I would wait right to the end, and I wouldn't even test. Well, when do you test the electronics? You want to test them as early as you can, but yeah, no regrets for testing the electronics. Yeah, very, very happy. So I'm going to end this video now. Thank you very, very much for watching the series. Thank you to Agora for bringing this out. I'm very happy. You know, I'm always honest with everything, and yeah, I'm very happy with the build. I don't regret spending any. I don't regret spending any. I don't regret the money I've spent on it. I think it's well worth the cost. I know people are critical of Partworks. Let's move this down. I can't see you guys. So yeah, terrific little model. Very, very happy with it. This bucket on the back is a little bit loose, but it stays exactly where you put it, so that's all good. And yeah, absolutely perfect little model. Love it, absolutely love it. The diorama was a nice touch, and yeah, no regrets whatsoever. Lovely model. What are you trying to do, Shadow? He's trying to snuggle in next to me. Right, guys, so I'm just waffling on for hours now, so hope you catch me next week. I am going to make a special video, a little bit of a tribute-y, and I'm going to go through everything on the fire truck. But first of all, I've got to figure out how to switch the bloody thing on. So take care, guys. I'll see you next week.